So I thought I'd quickly show my Overclocked PAL Mega Drive and some of the mods that I've done to it. And what I'll do is I'll quickly give you a tour of the console and then just show you some footage of the games running with and without the mods activated. And I'll start down at this corner here and just work my way around. So first up, we've got two switches at this side here. And these have been incorporated into the Mega Drive shell. There you can see that. And this first one here is your language mod. So you can choose what language the console will display in, and that's useful for games like Streets of Rage. This cartridge actually has both versions of the game on it, so it's got the English and the Japanese version on the one cartridge. So by flipping this switch here, you can choose what language is displayed on screen, which is kind of fun to do. You can see there's some slight variations between games. Other than that, it's not really a very useful mod, it's just, I suppose, just for fun. The next thing I've got here is the region mod, and that will switch between 50 and 60 Hz or PAL and NTSC, and that's really useful for me because this is a PAL console and usually it would run in 50 Hz, and that means that games are noticeably slower than, say, your Japanese or American games. So I can just flip that over there and it will run in 60 Hz, which is a lot faster, and it also runs in full screen. So the PAL games, you'd actually see a border at the top and the bottom of a game, and it would be kind of distorted slightly as well. So that's a really good thing to have if you've got a PAL console. So moving around the back of the console, you'll be able to see the video output mod that I've done, and this now has composite video output built in. It's also got the left and right audio. I don't actually use this video output anymore. I used to use it when I had an old CRT screen, but since I upgraded to an HD LCD TV, I now use the RGB Scart output here, and it gives a far superior picture, much brighter colours, much sharper images, so that's not really used anymore, but I do still use the left and right audio for that. So yeah, and finally I've got the Overclock mod, so I can actually switch between 7 MHz and 10 MHz. So normally the Mega Drive would be set to 7 MHz, but with this one I can ramp the clock speed up to 10 MHz. So it overclocks the CPU. It doesn't make games run any faster, it just makes them run a bit smoother. And I actually followed a really good tutorial online about how to do that from the Damo Monster. I'll leave a link to his channel below, but he's got tons of really good tutorials about these old consoles. It's quite an easy mod to do. It only took a couple of hours to install and it runs perfectly. The games all run really nicely. And the other thing with this is, I'll just plug it in to show you. Hook this up to the power. So if I switch it on, you'll see the LED there is red, but if I switch it over here in the back, it'll switch to green. So the way I've got this set up is when it's on green like that there, that's just standard, that's 7 MHz, and when I want to overclock the console, it will go red like that. So that's just another nice little feature to the mod there. But yeah, that's pretty much all the mods. I've got a Game Genie here, and the reason I have this is mainly so that I can play the Japanese cartridges, so they'll just slot on the top there. Obviously I've got the region mod, so I don't need to bother about entering codes and stuff, but that's just to save me having to cut away at the cartridge bay doors there. But what I'll do now is just show you some footage of the various games running with the different mods enabled and disabled.